What does that mean? This is very simple. Inability to follow rules. That goes for childhood, to adolescence, to adults. Even me, I don't follow rules. If you put me behind the steering wheel, I'm just gonna speed. Because I like to do that. All right? Parents' belief system about their child. Who in here has kids? Okay, cool. Good. Age of 5 to 10?
3.
Okay, cool. Sounds good. During
She went wild.
what?
She went wild during the quarantine.
She went wild. Good. Okay, that's one thing. But how much of your love grew for your child during quarantine? We know that.
Difference from house to another house.
Good.
So some people reported like they have more into intimate relationships with their kids, with their family. Others reported more violence. So actually it differs from
There's a balance to it, a big balance,
there is a big difference.
a big difference.
Some reported like, yes, it was a quality time to get to know our kids. Others reported no, it was a violence time. Like,
So they got violent
yes,
within the
fights,
quarantine.
shouting and stuff like that.
But as a parent,
Yes.
your love, I keep it grew bigger for your child. Especially with quarantine and how things are going, there's people getting.
Now we got more attached.
Yes.
Exactly. There's a bigger attachment, right? Okay. Lack of respect and no discipline at home. I think that we can all agree that
Yes.
because we love our child so much, no matter what they do, we're not really want to discipline them. We don't really want to affect them in a negative way.
Yes.
Okay? Teamwork makes the dream work. Basically what this means is, for example, I'm going to go in my class and I'm going to use my own system. I'm going to use it and I'm going to do a great job at it. But if we do it together, because if I do it alone, parents will be like, this is the foreigner teacher, he's tough on the kids, and you'll get that kind of feel from the parents. Even though they're like, but I really love his accent, so yeah, let's keep him there, right? But if we do it together as a team, we'll just be a really good school that's tough and that really teaches students. Why though? I'll explain. Last year we had 5 days to teach these kids. And it's hard to get the message to them with 5 days. Now we only have 2 days. Okay?
What do you mean by teamwork?
Teamwork.
Teachers and the parents together?
Yeah, all of the teammates.
Yeah.
That was what
Teach.
happened. Rules we should all follow as one team. Class.
With the students too. With the students. If like this system works, I know it works because I do it myself. I've been doing it for years. Right? Now I'm sharing it with you guys. The first time I'm sharing it. Okay? And what I mean by the teamwork makes the dream work is that if we all do it together, then I just don't look like a tough teacher. He's a foreigner, man, but he's tough, but we like him, but whatever. Actually, if we do it together, like, this is a really good school. They're actually teaching them something within these 2 days that we have together. You guys get it?
Yeah.
Okay. Students' exaggerated levels of hormones. What does that mean? They've been sitting at home. Either some of them went to Sharm el-Sheikh, some of them went to Sahel. Yeah. But school, that's the place for students, for kids. That's where they get to meet their friends and they still have fun during lunchtime or in homeroom or in class. All right, so they're coming back. They have energy. They have a lot of energy.
Normally they are excited the first couple of hours.
Yeah.
All the
Exactly.
excitement is gone. So actually,
Excited with the books. Excited with the copybooks
And the first week, you guys will be a lot of compassion and love
Yeah.
between you guys.
Okay.
It's the second week I'm really worried about, and the third week and moving forward. Okay? So, parental advisories and complaints. What does that mean? Basically, well, now that we are coming back from quarantine and coronavirus and everything else, parents will be paying attention a little bit more closer, believe it or not. They want to know what's going on with my child. Whether it's they're complaining about pricing, whether they're complaining about they're not learning, whether they're complaining about behavior, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. They will be paying more attention. So just to make it clear. And last but not least, promote positive behavior and develop some type of reward system. If the kids are listening, tell them they're doing a good job. If they're being quiet, tell them they're doing a good job. Create some type of reward system that will encourage them to do better.
So
Okay.
here, why not sharing your reward system?
I'm sorry?
Why not sharing? Tell us what is the reward system for school?
My reward system is more physical, to be honest. So,
Science, body language, stuff.
no, well, yeah. For me, I don't mind building a rapport with the students, and then at the end of the month, if they get a good job that month, so I'll get them like a pizza, have a pizza party. I'll throw them a pizza party, things like that.
Do you have
It's costly, but you can do it in other ways. You get a piece of paper and just fill in the blanks if they're doing a good job as a team, as a classroom. So fill in this blank, and then after 10 times.
So you count, for example, like American team in a chart. You count the good deeds and the bad deeds, and then based on that, you reward them?
That's a very good question. We have something that we used in my old school in Narmer, and it's called Class Dojo. It's free.
Queen of
fast.
Look, I'm telling you, Class Dojo is the best. It's right in front of them. You get to say, oh, you're not listening? Boom, you get 1 mark. You get 1 negative mark. Oh, you're doing good? Positive mark. All right, group, class, et cetera, et cetera. It really works.
Did it open in your classroom last year? Did it open in your classroom last year? Worked on it?
Huh?
We need the marker.
No, I don't need a mark. I'm good. I think this is the page I'm on, right? Yeah. Okay. You see, I only have 2 here. Poker face. Who can tell me what a poker face is?
Can't tell what things, what videos.
If you understand or not.
No facial
Before
expressions.
No facial expressions, right? It kind of gives you that feeling of, I'm cold, right? And when you see someone that's cold, you're just like, well, I don't know if I want to get on his bad side today, right? Because they're students, they're youngins, so immediately they fear something. If I stood in front of you like this,
Give them the poker face at the beginning of your class?
absolutely. We'll get more into that later. And I think we can do a little activity just so we all have a clear understanding of the poker face. Trap intrusion. This is a really good one. Mr. Mustafa, how you doing? How you doing, man? I missed you. I ain't seen you since last year. Can I get a hug?
Yes, I don't have to do it.
It's a trap. It's a trap. Why am I saying it's a trap? Because if I show you that much love in the beginning, even if I know you from years ago, the problem is it's a new beginning every year. Every day is a new beginning if you want to be 100%. Hello. So, a trap intrusion. Basically, I'm going to get really cool with you
What about the others?
just so I can mess up your class. If I mess up in your class, you'll let me go because we are friends. Why would you punish me? We're friends. Right? It's a trap. For students in adolescence, in childhood and adolescence, that's the way they think. Yes, they have true love. They're pure hearts. I love kids. But it's a trap. It's a trap to get away with things. Can I go to the bathroom? Yes. Can I get this? Yes. Right? So knowing where the trap is, that's the first step in avoiding it. I'm not telling you to be cold-hearted with the kids. We love kids. We love these kids that we teach. We want to be some type of role model in their life. But the problem is,
You maintain balance.
exactly. And in the beginning is the very important part. You must balance that out in the beginning. Okay? So poker face, trap intrusion. First 5 minutes of class. What the goal? Can someone read the goal for me?
They must be standing quite goal.
number one. That,
They must be standing up, they must be standing quiet.
exactly. That's that level. If that student's still talking, you need to wait like this,
Yeah.
no matter
So
what.
other here, they are here.
Right? This is the level you need to reach. You need to reach this with your students. It's a sign of respect and a sign of I am ready to learn. Because I'm not going to misbehave. Remember, they don't learn anything because they are misbehaving. That's from jump, from the start. Alright? So this is our goal. This is our number one goal. Introduce yourself and inspire the students. Hi, my name is Mr. Monir Myo. I was born and raised in America, and I've been living in Egypt for 3 years, and I love basketball. I wanted to be a doctor, but I really love teaching. Anything that inspires that student just a little bit, he'll actually look up to you and be like, I don't want to be like him though. He's kind of cool. Right? She's kind of cool. I kind of really like her. Just inspire them some way, somehow. Make the students, after you're done, obviously, make the students introduce themselves. Something simple, name, age, and a goal. That goal will help them help you understand each other. If it tells you, I want to be a football player, well, you know he likes sports, and most of Egypt likes sports. We're not even gonna, okay? I always use any introduction or any conversation with any student. Again, I wouldn't do this with you guys because you guys are teachers. There's no way that I would do that because I'm not here for that. I'm here for the students. So I would use the introduction as a language acquisition to correct any mistakes in their English language. Because immediately you're teaching them something, and at the same time, you're getting them to listen to you, to follow you. Very important.
I'm against that point. Do you know why? Because let them flow, even if they have some mistakes. Just let them talk. Later on, when you are after the fluency, at that time, stop and correct them.
Okay.
At the beginning, just
I think why
This
not
is a good
correcting
idea.
the mistakes while going. If you
But
wanna
after
have
fluency, let the language flow.
it's gonna be a habit for the class.
Some
Because they
some
are talking,
things
what they are
well
talking, they are
can be
just,
disruptive.
you're just correcting the
Like, we need to make
pronunciation,
sure-
correcting the
Or
I
pronunciation.
believe that. Let it flow at the beginning, later
At the
on,
beginning.
help us.
Should we
Later
change?
on,
It's gonna be a habit for the class. Yeah, we have different opinions, it's okay.
It also, and I learned this the hard way. It also depends very much on how you correct their English.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not this is this.
Yeah.
It's different than hey, the way you say it is this. Say it with this,
Yes.
this, right? It just have a smile when you do it.
Or you
Automatic.
just repeat it at once, so it's gonna be a habit for the whole class.
Imagine if you teach them just a small fraction like
I
that.
know, at the beginning of the class, you're just introducing the students, and the students are introducing themselves, just let them talk. Yeah, it's my opinion.
That's a good opinion.
Do whatever you want to, but.
That's a good opinion. Absolutely. Absolutely. I roll with things a little bit different, but everyone has their own way of style of teaching.
I'm sorry, let me just add to this. Some of the language mistakes are disaster. Some of them are
Sure.
really, when the kids are coming and they're saying, I and my friend. So you can tell them my friend and I.
This is not disastrous.
It is for them, it's
I
crap.
don't see over grade 6 and 7.
It's another world, like that.
It's a different world.
Yeah.
It is not at the beginning.
And the subject word agreement.
We have more
Yeah.
problems.
I are doing my work and
But
I'm
can I-
not like this.
Can I tell you why I do this? It's not because of the language acquisition itself. It's to let them know who's in control.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, it's this. Say it again. All right, go to the next person. You're just switching minds. All right, and this whole part about the activity, everything in life is activity. When you think about it, getting up and going to work is an activity. Coming back from work is an activity. Thinking about drinking coffee is an activity. But we'll get to that later. All right, set your one and only rule.
Yeah, from day one.
No, just one. Just one rule.
Respect and order was right at the beginning of the
What's your number one? Respect.
That's
What about you, Mr. Muhammad?
Absolutely respect.
Respect, right?
Absolutely.
Does that, and I just want to ask a question. Is respect the only rule that can help you be a better teacher?
I said it's an only, it's number one.
Yes.
Okay. Cool.
Now, the little ones, they don't have a problem with the respect, but they have a problem with like taking turns.
Taking turns.
Respecting others.
They all talk at the same time. They all do
Respecting one another.
Whatever.
Yes.
Respect.
Respect yourself.
And ask
Respect
them.
me.
Respect others, respect yourself.
Yes.
This is a good rule. And I don't care what your rule is, that's your personal rule. Just make sure that your only rule that you're saying is helping you become a better teacher. That's it. Okay, whatever that rule is, that's up to you, your opinion.
Out of curiosity, what's yours?
Mine is up here, it's right here on the board. My only rule in class is to speak English. Even if it's not understandable, the solution is to speak slower. So if I speak really, really fast, I'll just have to slow it down a little bit. That's my number one rule. Because for me, respect goes without saying. And I'm sure the students know that, and you know that, and I know that.
It
They
depends
know
on the age,
that,
maybe.
but they do not have, they don't
Implement,
know how to
implement.
apply it. Sometimes
Mhm.
when they talk tags, they do not think that it's disrespectful.
I guess they are dealing with the many
True,
students.
that makes
like
sense. That's correct.
I'm just asking you to give me English. I thought
You have a sharpener, a pencil.
It's
No, let's say something in the
teachers.
lesson.
Actually, I'm explaining, and you're talking to someone.
Uh-huh.
It's disrespectful. They should be
It's not
a
disrespectful.
sign of disrespect. Yeah.
We all have about 20 rules to 30 rules, each of us. And all you have to do is put these rules on around the border of the board, and you'll be fine. Just have one rule. That's the most important part. Set one rule with your entire class that they can't break. This way you can always go back to it. This will never even be talked about. No one will talk about that with you anymore.
It's
That's-
easy when you say it's only one rule, so they.
One at a time.
I feel like
One
the
at a
teachers who
time.
said, I feel like the teachers who said the golden rule or their one and only rule is respect are those who teach the middle age. The elder
Because
ones.
that's tough. It's hard.
Yeah, because they're so funny when they're trying to provoke the teacher. This is
Yeah.
how funny they become. Other than the other teachers, they may face sharing or respecting each other, one another.
And
They
I
can
think
teach
some lower grades in classes, they can even leave their desk without taking permission.
They're chaotic. Yeah, they're chaotic.
He can just hit his friend.
But they don't have a problem with the teacher. Disrespecting the teacher.
And the teacher is exerting a lot of effort to keep control of class, and suddenly somebody stood up and.
Yeah, that's happening. Which brings us to our next point. Choose hand signals for needs. Who uses hand signals?
Yes, I don't do it.
That's for the toilet?
I
Okay.
think the toilet was this one.
We have posters already.
Actually, we have supposed to have extra classes for that.
Okay, so I see some of these for toilets, some of these for toilets. Who uses the thumb?
I'm using it for.
Yeah, I use
Alright, you guys are the teachers, I am the student. I need to use the restroom.
Is it the bathroom?
Can you see me or no?
We know there's one.
Now, a psychological fact that this is incorrect for the toilet. The toilet has only one, and that's called the shock or pressure. Alright? That's exactly what you did. Peace sign, put this in between here, and pressure. The reason being, because I'm gonna sit back down, look.
Yes.
Yeah, and my own
I'm
school, they
putting-
don't permit the child to go to the bathroom without making the sound.
Exactly, because you know why? Because from this pressure, it's pinch yourself. If you need to go to the toilet, you'll actually forget that you need to use the toilet. And you can continue with class. So he'll do this for like a minute and be like, and then he'll hear something interesting like, oh. And he can just go back to work without any problems. I also want to explain something of somewhat of a policy that we have in America. Insurance policy for your body parts. This is the most important finger you have. It's called a thumb. This thumb is worth $9,000. If it gets cut off, God forbid, if it gets cut off at a work site or a job site, it's $9,000. Your index finger is worth $7,000.
Per month?
No, not per month. What do you want a salary for that? Hey, it's $9,000. It's a compensation, exactly. Imagine if you're a police officer and you need to hold a gun. You can't act with, you don't have this. You can't actually do anything. It sucks, right? Your middle finger is $5,000. Your marriage finger is $3,000 and your pinky is worth $2,000. This is dumb. Yeah, right? Exactly. So just so you understand, they actually count this stuff within a monetary investment for your fingers. Your most important finger. Don't let them get this one for the bathroom because I'm gonna be in front of class like this, just moving my hand. Do this. I'll actually forget about it and keep moving.
There's a very important sign for asking questions. For dogs.
I think this comes from a song.
This one for go.
There's other signs you can do. Create your own. You're more than welcome. Obviously, if you want to drink water, do whatever. Make your own signs in your classroom. I just put kind of my own and what I do. All right, and then what is the propaganda? Going back to the restroom.
We're teaching them them signs. Yeah.
What do you mean?
What's the purpose behind teaching them signs?
Like
Do I have to? No.
you don't.
Your own sign, give them right.
No. What you're doing is controlling them.
Management.
You're managing them.
I'll tell you the reason behind signs that I use signs because whenever I'm just explaining something to someone, you can answer.
So
I need to do this.
yes.
Exactly. And when you answer back.
That's for the question, yeah.
That's it. Go.
Okay, so tell me.
By the way,
Now the toilet.
We'll get to that, Mr. Christopher. We'll get to that.
Honestly, when it comes to the toilet,
Okay. We'll get to that. But this, I want to drink water. Can someone, as a teacher, can you please tell me?
Sign for water.
This is for water. I'm doing this right now. Okay.
for me, I
Are you gonna tell me during class? Okay, sure. Drink water.
I have no sign for
I
water.
always do like
The
this,
signs.
it's okay, this is for no.
The signs are created so you can just do this.
Why should
Keep
they
moving.
ask?
They're not wasting
Yes,
time.
for me. Yes,
Some British departments do recommend that you have hand signals for
Water
that.
without taking permission.
They cannot
Yes.
sing.
You can drink
Right,
water
right,
without
right.
washing it.
And when you actually, the whole point of signs is that you don't have to speak to that child or that student. You just
I'm not wasting
keep
time.
moving. They understand your eye level and what you're doing with your facial expressions. You got your class under control, 100%. The problem is, okay, fine, yeah, drink water. Then you're giving him attention. Remember, we have Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and all these things, so we can feel that we're getting attention with the likes and the hearts and all of that. Same thing with humans, and this is why they developed it in the first place. Okay, so what is the propaganda about restroom breaks? Genuinely needing to use the restroom. Some students just, I'm gonna really go to the restroom. Okay, go ahead. Obviously, if it's genuine, you should go, no problem. Break from class and a boring topic, or the teacher is just not putting in enough effort, so they're just like, oh, I'm gonna take a break. Or wake up call. Just go in there, splash yourself with some water, wake up.
Yeah,
It's
I
dinner.
always do this. Yeah, I always do this.
especially the
Right? They're dazing out and stuff in class. So, you got that. You got hope to catch a friend and share a quick story. Or, my son, Ahmed, went to the restroom. Can I go?
When it comes back.
That's all.
Right?
They have only one for that.
Yeah, when it comes back.
Only
you go.
one.
Yeah, exactly. No, but that's the thing. Like, you'll send Ahmed to the bathroom.
So why not me?
Exactly. Why not
You
me?
can go.
When he comes back, can I go?
Yes.
Yes.
All right? My immediate answer is no. And they're just like, okay. Right? Because you have to build some type of, they have to do something to be able to get that. It's still a reward. Whether it's chocolate, candy, using the restroom. I'm not obviously going to hold them and be like, no, you're never going to go to the toilet. But let them understand that you understand them. Once they understand it, you understand them fully, you're in control.
But we have some students who are restroom lovers.
Yeah.
And
True.
they make calls. Yes.
True.
Yeah, they ask each and
Every session.
You see?
This is perfect. I'm glad you said that, Mrs. Lemia.
Sometimes twice.
What you do is, as soon as a teacher walks into the classroom, first word that comes out of your mouth, no restroom breaks. They're like, man, I should have went last session. Right? You're still gonna let them go, but you're letting them know, like, I'm not playing around with you guys today. Let's get to it. Right?
And actually, it should be, as he said, a rule. Like, if we are letting kids toilet the last few minutes of class, so I guess doctors about teachers should abide by this. I shouldn't be coming back after a class of 2 running sessions, and a child is telling me the teacher didn't allow me to
Actually, the
go.
break course.
So actually, this is
Actually,
I
my
know
daughter-
it's common because of the break, by the way.
Yeah.
We do not allow students to go to the restroom during
Yes.
the break time.
We need to speak to them about this.
Oh, we need to talk about
My
that.
daughter used to go to Masjid. She is a restroom lover. But she gets bored very
They do
quickly.
love the restrooms.
She gets bored very quickly. And that's why she used to go to the restroom.
This is why I said it's a propaganda. Because a lot of them do not genuinely need to go to the restroom. They just want to get out of your class right now. Or your whatever right now. Or they don't want to talk about your topic right now. That's all it is. Again, feel more than welcome to assess your child's behavior before actually starting to send them every time. Because if you keep sending them to the bathroom, they'll never stop. It'll just keep going. It'll just keep picking on you just to go. And then they're like, hey, can I go? And then that interrupts your whole lesson of whatever you're teaching. Okay, some of them want to wash their hands or clean up spilled liquids. Okay, I have this whole mentality
I
of
believe in this too.
treat your student as an adult. And not only that,
Yeah.
tell him, tell her that I'm treating you as an adult. I will treat you as an adult. This is what happens every time. Never fails. He's going to treat her like an adult. Right? That's what really happens. But then they sit back and like, he's being serious because you got that poker face. Remember the poker face? I will treat you like an adult. You are an adult. Like, all right, I want to see what he's talking about. My daddy doesn't treat me like an adult, so I want to see what he's gonna do for me. Right? They're immediately like, it's weird to have someone say I'm gonna treat you like an adult. They laugh about it, they giggle, and then at the end they actually start to build a rapport with you because they don't want to lose that. If it's true, if it's somewhat true, I don't want to lose that. Yeah, treat me like an adult. I want to feel like that. My daddy's cool. I want to be like that. All right? Explain to your class that you will always treat them as adults. The only reason you should treat a child as a child is if they act like a child. Period. And actually do that in class. Treat them as a child. And they'll immediately be like, oh, he's serious. They'll treat me like an adult. Now I'm saying on your good side. I don't want to mess that up. All right? How to identify serious learners versus the misbehaving students. It's very simple. Ask them, would you like me to be your teacher or your friend? Most likely, if they tell you, I want you to be my teacher, they are serious learners. Most likely, they are serious learners. If they tell you, I want to be your friend, most likely you'll have to use this system to control them. Friends are friends so they can make mistakes together and still love each other at the end of the day. We all know that. We all believe in that. Everybody clear with this point?
So what would he ask him this question, actually?
If you would like to know, this is an assessment.
Yeah.
If you would like to know if I'm going to be a good behaving student for you this year, ask me if you want me to be your friend or if I want you to be my teacher or friend.
Because actually a teacher is a mentor, you know? Sometimes you will be a teacher like in a control position
I'm sure you'll assess your child just free. And the last but not least, everybody, and we're done. Break free. Whoever felt like during quarantine you wanted to just get up and get out and run out of the house and go back to whatever you used to do as a normal life? Right? So at the end of your session, you have a 40-minute session, for example. At the end of the 40 minutes, have 5 minutes left. 5 minutes. Let them break out of jail, so to speak. My favorite game to play with them is the maintenance game of Simon Says Stand Up. Simon says stand up. Simon says sit down. Simon says stand up. Clap your hand 3 times. Some will win, some will lose, but at the end of the day, Simon says be quiet. I can hear myself again. Simon says say I'm free. And and you look crazy, right?
Yeah.
Simon Says would work with elementary. You say stuff
Oh, yeah.
No, by the way, Simon Says works with even middle school. It's anything to get this. Even adults.
Simon Says, Janita, if you ask your students to grade my Simon Says, please invite me to sit down.
It's true. Simon Says it's just a game. Remember, I can't say Monir says. Monir says stand up. I'm not tired of Monir. He's been here all day giving me the rules. Simon Says he's just another guy that comes out of me. He's just like, they don't even realize that it's Mr. Monir anymore. They're just like, Simon Says stand up. Yay! Simon Says, right?
Yes.
They get up, they're happy, they're breaking free out of every rule you get. Have them make noise at the end of 5 minutes. Break free. This is it. Thank you guys for listening. You guys were amazing.